All right, we're in Melbourne, Florida. Thanks for coming to the show. All right, our most recent album is called Roots of the Rev, Volume 1. And it's a real departure for us for a couple of different reasons. One of them being that it's all cover songs. Most of our albums are all our own original music. Well, this is all cover songs, but cover songs that have to do with the history of the band. And the other reason it's a departure is because it was recorded with a lot of old school vintage microphones and tape and stuff. It sounds different than our other albums. But anyway, we're going to do a song off Roots of the Rev right now, and we're on our last pressing of those, so we still have a bunch of them, quite a few, but this will be the last run of them. But we're going to do a song that really has to do more with my history. I got to back up and know a guy named Johnny Carroll. Johnny Carroll was a great rockabilly guy back in the 50s. And he was really on his way up, but it just never kind of, went over went far enough that he got to be a big star. But he made some great recordings in Nashville, and he was in a movie, and he was a really cool guy. Never quite made it, but it wasn't until the great rockabilly scare of 1983 that a lot of the young rockabilly people, especially in Europe, discovered that Johnny Carroll had some of the best recordings of the whole era. So it was cool that I got to know him, I got to play with him and stuff like that. But then a few years after that, like middle 80s, I was living in this warehouse. It was kind of a ratty, roach-infested place. It was a underground nightclub, art gallery, kind of and they had these lofts built in there. I lived in one, and like there were some artist people and the skateboard dude, and then this guy, old guy, moved in there, and he was old guy, but he was kind of portly, and he had long hair, and he had this mustache. He looked like Salvador Dali. But he was quite the character, this old guy. Anyway, I was talking to him, and he said, "Yeah, I made the movie Rock Baby Rocket," and I knew the movie, and it's a movie that it's one of those that's very obscure. It's one of those B-rate movies from the 50s that's really terrible, except it has really kick-ass rockabilly music by Johnny Carroll. And so I got to know this guy, and he told me his name was J.G. Tiger, and he told me he wrote the songs in the movie, and I didn't really believe him, but then I found out later that maybe he did. He gets credit for it. So anyway, that's what I said. We're gonna do what is now one of the quintessential rockabilly songs with these rockabilly cats, especially in Europe. By Johnny Carroll. Johnny Carroll.
The mic itself is sexy, right?
Oh yeah, don't let nobody else love you so just for me. Oh yeah. We feel so fine, baby, and I wanna tell you this. I feel just like a real old daddy when you're giving me a red hot kiss. So sing it, crazy love, crazy love just for me. Oh yeah. Don't let nobody else love you so crazy loving just for me. Oh yeah. Give me crazy, baby, yes, I'll slip your lips on mine. So sing it, crazy love, sing crazy love just for me. love you, say crazy loving just from me. Oh yeah. Well, I'm telling you, and I swear that this is true. Yes, I almost lose my mind when you do the things you do. So you crazy, crazy loving, so crazy loving is for me. Oh yeah. Don't let nobody else love you, say crazy loving just for me. Oh yeah.